We're telling your followers that you started a live video. That's so kind of you. Oh, and we're live on Facebook. Check that out. I bet Facebook is doing the same thing. Doing a little Sarah Jessica Parker. Come, little children, I'll bake for you today. Here in my kitchen of chaos. There we go. That's my rendition of What's Her Bucket Sanderson, Digga. I can't remember the character's name to save my life right now. Sarah Sanderson. Instead of getting children to come so she can suck the life out of them, I just need friends to come watch me make a horrible mess in my kitchen. Hello, Candelari. Hello, Rock and Roller. 3K promo. Hi, how's it going? Down Lola Lane. Hi, Christian. Hi, Tom Sokol. Hi, Mrs. A. Wolf. Hi, TDP. Hi, Brandon. Hello, Michael Webb. Welcome, everybody. It's Thursday, and that means it's time. Olivia! I love it. Christian, I did get your list of words. It's going to take me a minute to get the song together, but I just looked at the list and was like, oh no, what did I sign myself up for? Hi, Vince. Hi, Anthony. Hello, Tony. Howdy, everybody. Yeah, so it's Thursday. It's time for Baking with Olivia. It's me. I was here last Saturday for 2 whole hours. Oh my gosh, some of you tuned in for a 2-hour solo stream of me making a massive mess. Michael Webb, what is this news? I can't wait to hear it. Lay it on me, my friend. I'm so excited. Hello, Pedro. There is no backing out, Christian. I'm not backing out, but like, it's going to take me a minute because I got to figure, I mean, I don't anticipate pronouncing any of those words correctly, just so you know. For those of you not in the loop, our friend Christian is in Germany, and every week he likes to give me a ridiculously long German word to try and pronounce live on the stream. And I told him, I believe on Saturday's surprise special stream, that I would make a song out of all the words if he would just send them to me in a list, and he did. And good God, you guys are going to want to tune in for it whenever it happens. Eric, my router crashed after that song, so I'm blaming it on me. Wait, my which song? My Sanderson, my Hocus Pocus song? You have your results. 2 results from your university. Boo. And yay. But that's not the news. Oh, that's a trick. That was a trick newsreel. Hi, Derek. Hi, Olivia. I'm watching on my phone from my office in Lake Geneva, Wisconsin. Back to work here, and for me, it's great to be back. I'm so happy for you. That's great. Eric, you can totally blame a crashed router on me. I will do that again. Oh my gosh, guys, I've left my ring off my finger again. What is wrong with me? Oh yeah, I don't leave my house. That's what's wrong with me. So, yes, yeah, Eric, we'll just say it's the witch in me that I witchy did something to your router, but you're back, and that's great. Yeah, Saturday I tried to finish the croquant bouche. Remember, we started it last week. We had to make the pastry cream again last week because, no, I made the pastry cream, and then I had to remake it because I put too much booze in it. It was a mess. Oh man, how am I going to pay for this, Eric? I'm a little anxious now. Hi, Martin. Yay! Michael got offered a job earlier. Huzzah! Yay! I hope it's a job that you like, that you're like really interested in, not just something that you're like, well, a job is a job, but like, that's great. Yay! Congratulations. Throw a 15-syllable word. I almost called it syllable. You put the emphasis on the wrong syllable. When do we perform again? Well, we do actually have a couple gigs coming up. We've got some 1920s gigs that our dancers are working on. They had their first in-person rehearsal last Sunday. And for the 1940s ball, even though the summer stream is going to be a live stream again, it's going to be another virtual concert. They're hoping to have it up and running in person for Christmas, but special. We will be featured on the 1940s ball stream, and it will be, Your classic trio, your Giselle, your Rosalind, and your Ella together in a studio singing the 3-part harmonies that we are known for. So mark your calendars. It's June 19th. Watch it. Y'all are going to just be in heaven. I can tell. I just know it. Martin says, I got jabbed last week. I'm in Team Pfizer. Woo! Huzzah. Yay, Martin. Christian says, only 9 syllables today. You just counted them. Oh my God. Is there a 15-syllable word? Also, Eric, why would you do that to me? Eric says, maybe I'll just torture you with the intro to the Muffin Man song. We did that last week. Derek says, just saw that Chicago might be fully open next Friday if the trends allow. Ooh, that's exciting. Michael Webb says, thanks, back in the kitchen, first time in 2 years. That's great. Hi, Kyle. How's it going? Woohoo! Tony says, woohoo, I'm there. Yeah, you guys definitely need to make sure you mark your calendars and watch the virtual 1940s ball. Again, all these live streams that we've been doing, if this is how you found us as the dolls, you haven't really gotten to experience the dolls because our signature sound is, hi, Amy Truman. Our signature sound is that tight 3-part, sometimes 4-part harmonies. They're really crunchy, like Shoo Shoo Baby has just a really the harmonies are lovely. But because of live streaming, you can't really do that because we've had to be in separate rooms. But now we're vaccinated and we can put the girls in a studio. And I'm so excited for all of you guys. Derek, supercalifragilisticexpialidocious was 14 syllables. Close enough. You know, you can say it backwards, which is docious-alliexpiasticfragicalirupus, but that's going a bit too far, don't you think? I love being able to say that to people just off the cuff. It took me a while. But I watched Mary Poppins for like a solid year. And, you can say it backwards, which is docious-alliexpiasticfragicalirupus. She doesn't actually say it backwards. She just reverses the order of the words. But whatever. Who cares? Christian, don't know that offhand, but I'm sure there is. I'm sure there is. Brandon, certainly learning calculus, and it's so tough. I'm smart enough to do well when I take it in person, but not online. Taking calculus will be tough online. Oh gosh, you are already leaps and bounds ahead of me, Brandon. I think I took trigonometry and pre-calc in high school, and then I got into college algebra in college. I've told you all this. I had some stupid, awful, terrible guidance counselor who put me in math for critical thinking, and there were no numbers, and I did horribly because I don't like matrices. That's all there is about that. The Muffin Man is seated at the table in the laboratory of the utility muffin research kitchen, reaching for an oversized chrome spoon he gathers in. Try muffin. You guys are too funny. Unique word, part 1. Nudistortion. Nudistortion, is that the word? Is that it? Kyle Forrester says, goes all right, only slightly ragged looking, but this started so better. This has started, so you're better now. Great, yay. Anthony Hardy. Satin Dolls versus the Quebec sisters? QB? I don't know. Words, guys. In a versus 3-part harmony battle. Ooh, I'm going to have to look them up, and that would be amazing. Kyle, out of curiosity, is it ever odd to see yourself in cartoon form? I've never seen myself in cartoon form, but yes, I would imagine so. Like, I think somebody did like a sidewalk cartoon drawing of me, and it's like, oh, that's cute. Do I look like that? No, because they always make my body really tiny and then my head really big, which is like the opposite, but whatever. It means the day before yesterday. Nudistortion. There we go. Everybody, you learn something new every day. Nudistortion, the day before yesterday. Quaby. Okay, thank you, Anthony. Quaby. Thank you very much. Yeah, if you've tuned in, you know that I have like a fear of mispronouncing words, and at this point, I'm just leaning into being a goober. Christian, you have broken that fear for me. We just go for it now, don't we? Read that the longest word in German is 83 letters. Get out of here! You guys are ridiculous. Derek, had a pizza lunch with some of my coworkers today. So nice to see them in person as opposed to on Zoom over the past 14 months. I can imagine. I've gotten to see some of my dolls in some outdoor settings. You know, we had a lot of bridal showers and parties, but nothing like walking into the studio Sunday morning, like, or even being with my D&D group. We're starting to plan our first adventure back, our first party back. And when we were talking about it one night, I said, y'all, we literally have to plan a whole entire, like, I'm not kidding, from like 9 in the morning until midnight that night has to be reserved for just us, because I'm going to need at least 2 hours of just hugging and crying and laughing and then catching up, and then we play some D&D. I was like, I can't do a 4-hour window with you guys. I'm going to need a full day back. So I imagine the first full dolls rehearsal back is going to be a similar thing. I'm going to need just some time to embrace everyone. Oh my gosh. Pneumo-ultramicroscopic silicovolcaniconeosis. Brandon will be fully vaccinated this Saturday. Can't wait to hang out with friends. Yay, that's so exciting. Oh, I'm so happy for you guys all getting vaccinated and seeing your friends. Oh, couple announcements before we get started, because, you know, we're already 15 minutes into this little chat fest. But for today, I went with something easier. Kraftfahrgeschäft Pflichtversicherung. Maybe. I don't know. I'm going to come back to that. Kraftfahrgeschäftsversicherung. That's a word. That's a word, Christian. Okay, thanks. Yes. Last announcement. So June 19th is the 1940s ball. You can catch our trio, Rosalind, Giselle, and Ella, in their stream. We also were just featured on the Glamour Days Festival podcast. You maybe heard me talk about this festival. It was the very last live gig that we had prior to the lockdown. It was literally the week before LA locked down. We did this lovely vintage festival put on by Marilyn Monroe and Lucille Ricardo impersonators. They're professional impersonators, and they got a Spiegel tint, and we did a kind of condensed version of the Pinup Revolution cabaret show for the Spiegel tint. The only thing we did different was we added in the Armed Forces medley, because Stephanie, Marilyn, the Marilyn impersonator, her mother was in the Army, was it? She was in the Armed Forces. I can't remember her branch off the top of my head. I want to say she was either Air Force or Army. But she was there, and she wanted us to do that tribute. So at the end of the first act, we did Air Force. She's Air Force. There we go. At the end of the first act, we closed out the first half of that show with the Armed Forces medley. It was lovely. And yeah, it was the last show we had. But they brought us on to just chat about the dolls and pandemic life and all that sort of fun stuff. And the episode is out now. You can find the link to it. I believe my Instagram bio has the link to the podcast in the bio. I haven't listened to it yet because I hate hearing myself. But Lola and I were chatting about it earlier. It's just fun, you know. And another thing we mentioned is this t-shirt, the Vintage Vibes, not Vintage Values t-shirt, or design. You can get it, I believe, in a crop. This is the crop tee. You can get it in a tank top. We have a couple different styles, but proceeds from this specific design, if you want to purchase one, go to Brown Girls Do Ballet, and it's a wonderful organization that helps support young brown girls get into ballet class. It helps pay for their shoes, their classes. Just a great introduction into the arts. Lola has a dance background, for those of you that don't know. And we talk about this more on the podcast, so give it a listen. But if you do want to purchase one of these shirts from Lola's Pinup Closet, do it and help an incredible organization that is reaching out to marginalized communities and bringing them into the arts, because we flourish much more when we all flourish together. So, yes, but you do know that Lucille Ball is responsible for Star Trek existing. Is she really? I knew she owned CBS. She ran CBS, wasn't it? She was the first woman to run a major cable news network, or cable network. Michael Webb. That word, well pronounced, by the way, well, thank you, is a made-up synonym for a disease known as silicosis. Way to make it complicated, science. Tony, I'm fully vaccinated, but still don't want to see my friends. I can relate to that. I can. Michael, and unique word number 2, Kakoraphobia. Kakoraphobia, the fear of failure. Well, I've definitely got that. Talked about that with my therapist last week. I am a kakoraphobia. Kakoraphobia. Air Force, Arthur Flatt, the Air Force sounded fun as in you like wanted to go into the Air Force and then you didn't? I'm intrigued by this. Well, the Desilu production company was part of CBS. Yes. Yes. And then she ran it. See, but CBS was the network that she ran. Derek, yes, I think Armed Forces Medley from your last show was recently posted. It was. Lola posted the video from our Armed Forces Medley on Memorial Day, which for those of you that don't know, Memorial Day in the States is when we honor the fallen soldiers who served in the war. Veterans Day is all soldiers. Memorial Day is specific as a day of remembrance for those who died in the line of fire. Anthony Hardy, Desilu was Lucille Ball's production company. Yes. Did I ever say I'm an English and creative writing student? I know you were a student. I didn't know what your major was, but that's exciting. That's wonderful. I love learning about you guys. And as a musician, you should know what a hemi, demi, semi, hemi, demi, semi, hemi, demi, hemi, semi, demi, hemi, semi quaver is. Well, I think it's a big sort of small thing, isn't it? I don't know. You're gonna have to enlighten me on that, Eric. Okay, so today, listen to the podcast. Check out the 1940s ball stream on June 19th. Buy one of these lovely T-shirts to support Brown Girls Do Ballet. And yes, let's make a queen's cake. Gesundheit. Yes, I know that one. I've started saying Gesundheit to Little Dove, but if she sneezes more than 2 times, I tell the demon to be gone from her body, you know. Because that's what it's like when you're sneezing. So we're making queen's cake. They're supposed to be normal size cupcakes. I don't have normal size cupcake liners, so we're going with miniature cupcakes. We're going to get 3 full-sized cupcakes. That's all the liners I have. But then everything else is going to go into one of these little mini things. Now, somebody mentioned, because it was Lola's birthday a couple weeks ago, and she loved my princess cake, and I will remake the princess cake. I'm going to do it, and it's going to be so much better. I hope. But somebody mentioned that Lola deserves a queen's cake. And I don't know if this is actually a real queen's cake recipe, but I Googled queen's cake recipe, and the first thing that came up was from a blog called Lola's Kitchen. So I just had to. Well, if someone sneezes a 3rd time, I say, quit. There you go. That's it. Be gone from their body, demon. That's what I always say. So yes, the queen's cake. Ironic that I'm making queen's cake, as Queen Elizabeth just celebrated 68 years as queen. What? Didn't even know that. That's some serendipity right there. Serendipitous. Okay. So, like, we all know I'm really bad at preparing for things. I woke up. Hey, Shane. I woke up this morning. I had plenty of time to take my butter and eggs out of the fridge and get them to room temperature, but I didn't. And at 12 o'clock, I realized I didn't take the butter out of the fridge. So what I do is I set it on top of the oven. I turned my oven on to 350 and I let the butter sit on it while it preheated. And unfortunately, I was doing my makeup while all of this was happening and I didn't think to go turn the butter over. So some of it melted onto the oven, but all in all, we have some softened butter. That's a cheat. If you don't soften your butter to if you don't bring your butter to room temperature, you can always just set it on top of the oven and just turn it. Maybe put a paper towel underneath it in case it starts to leak a little, but whatever. I'm all about making messes, so it doesn't bother me. Did I ever play sports when I was younger in high school? I played basketball, I think, when I was in 4th grade. I am not much taller now than I was then, and at one point, the guy was like, you're going to play center, and I was like, really? You want the short person to play center? Okay. Somebody punched me in the gut by accident, and I laughed. And they didn't know what to do with me. And I just took that whole experience to mean that sports are something I can enjoy, but not necessarily do. And that's fine. Du hast Du hast mich. Yes. What is that from? You guys. Hi, Artur. Ironic. Yes. Okay. Cool. Great. So, du hast. What is that from? Du hast. Du hast mich. I can't remember. Anyway, here's a queen's cake. So we're going to start with a stick of butter, softened, aka room temperature, aka melted on your oven like I do. Then we are going to preheat the oven back to 350. Ooh, is everything in here? Everything in here is still hot. Oh no. Oh no. Oh Lord. One of these days. I don't think I should, I don't think that should go there either. I'm going to get it. Don't worry. Don't worry about me. It's fine. Okay, there we are. Rammstein, yes. It's a relatively popular German folk band. Oh, I didn't realize they were German folk. That's what it is. It's a song. Du hast. I kind of know it. Desilu, yes. Yes. What are we making again? Kyle, I mean, I really haven't talked about it. We've just been chatting. Queen's cake from Lola's baking blog. Du hast. Yes, y'all got it. Y'all are on the same page, and I am way back over here. Okay, so first things first. We've got that preheating to 350. We've lined our muffin tins with liners. Digga. Small bowl, we're going to put the flour, the stuff, and the stuff. Okay, I am going to get an apron because I don't want to mess up my really pretty shirt. Yeah, Lola has a secret baking blog. She's really better at this than I am. She doesn't want to tell anybody. Also, if you did catch last Thursday's stream, but you didn't tune in to the Saturday stream, it was a full 2-hour Saturday stream. I tried to make caramel twice, and it didn't work. And croquant bouche just became a pile of profiteroles is what we had by the end of it. If you want to watch it, it's on our live. We sprinkled in some music. It was nuts. It was nutty. And some of you stayed with me the whole time, which I was really happy about. I was pleasantly surprised. Folk was a little joke, more like heart. Yes. I was like, I wouldn't necessarily classify them as folk, knowing what I do. There were marzipan moments, Tony. Yes, there were marzipan moments. Kyle, apron game again is on point. Yes, and it's the reversible one. And I got my pockets. I picked out these fabrics. These two fabrics, I did pick them out just myself. So nobody in the world has an apron like this. It's just me. Yeah, lots of marzipan moments. Lots of just insanity. Just craziness. Okay, so in this bowl, we're going to put the flour, which is 1.5 cups of flour, a teaspoon of baking powder. What else was I supposed to put in there? And the salt. Honey, you didn't list salt in here. Girl. Oh, goodness. I get to guess at how much salt is in here. I would say either a pinch or just 1/2 teaspoon. But she doesn't actually list it. Nope, that's not listed anywhere. It's fine. I have my first in-person acting class tonight. And you better believe I am taking these cupcakes to them. I am tired of eating that's not true. I'm not tired of eating every single thing that I bake. I'm just tired of eating every single thing that I bake and then putting my clothes on afterwards because they never fit. So I'm excited to be able to share the wealth of baking with Olivia with somebody. Making the croquant bouche was hard to build, let alone make. You know, the cream puffs really aren't that bad. It's just the caramel. It's just the caramel. Apparently, you don't stir it. According to Mary Berry, you use a non-stick pan, which I don't have. Yeah. and you just don't ever touch it. The first time I touched it way too much. The second time, I think I just put it, I think because I didn't let it cool in its dish, because I just wanted to start building the bouche, that when I put it in the second dish to let it cool, it was too drastic of a temperature change. I think that's what it was. Okay, so this is 1.5 cups of flour. We'll just get that started. Thank you. I did love my fabric choice for this little one. Sometimes I wander around Michael Levine Fabric Studio, and it just makes my heart happy. What? Only because we celebrated prematurely. Yes, we did celebrate. We were like, we did it, and then it failed. The caramel failed the second time, so the blame is, I will gladly put the blame on y'all. There's a new show out that my girlfriend told me about called Crime Scene Kitchen. What? I need to know about this. Crime Scene Kitchen? Tell me more, Eric. Okay. A teaspoon of baking powder, a teaspoon of baking powder. I'm going to see if there's salt mentioned anywhere else. Nope. Okay, I'm just going to go for a pinch. Honestly, the salt does like a little, we'll just say that. You're not trying to make it into a savory bake, but it's chemical. I don't know what it does, but it does something. Hello, Maddie. Hi, Rex Flores. So we're making a queen's cake. And we've got 1.5 cups of flour, a teaspoon of baking powder. The oven is now hot. Just a pinch of salt, because she didn't actually tell me how much to put in there. So in this bowl, the big mixing bowl, we've got 1 stick of butter. And we're going to cream that together with 2/3 of a cup of powdered sugar. Here we go. I'm really excited about the music today because it's Pride Month. For those of you that don't know, it is Pride Month. And I picked out some fun stuff. And happy Pride to my friends in the LGBTQ plus community. I hope it's a wonderful, wonderful holiday. If you don't have a family, I will be your family. I know that's common, unfortunately, amongst the community, but what? Why? Oh, nope, I did that wrong. I did it wrong. This is my fault. Apparently my eyes are broken. Okay, well, it goes like this. You go into the studio to see the scene that looks pretty much like the rest. And then you have to deduce what they were trying to make. That's funny. All right, so 2/3 of a cup of powdered sugar, 1 stick of butter, softened at room temperature. For those of you that don't know, 1 stick is just 1/2 of a cup. Oh, my husband is doing laundry in there, and he looks so cute. All right, we're going to cream this together. It's interesting that she's using powdered sugar. Okay. Always start on a low speed. And work your way up. There, we're creamed. And I got some on my arm. Oh, no. Okay, we're going to stay over there then. Ah! Okay, it's fine. Who's calling me? Why? Go away. I don't have time. I did not turn on Do Not Disturb, obviously. The queen cake definitely suits you well because you're a queen at everything you do. Oh, Brandon, you're too kind. Except sports. Everything except sports. Again, unless you're like going for comedic effect, then yes, I'm the queen at that. But don't put me on a sports team. I'm going in bad. Unless the sport is foosball, I can do that all day. All right. Add the eggs one at a time. Whipping it together. Oh, no, I'm supposed to also... Okay. So here's one egg. Mix until it's incorporated. You know what I do need? Okay. And the second egg. Hi, friends. This is very soupy. Okay. So that's mixed. I'm gonna switch us over here, you know, so that you can see what's happening. Not just stare at like a weird screen. Hi, Michael Hornsby, just starting work, but wanted to say you enjoyed the podcast the dolls did. Yay, listened to it yesterday afternoon after work. Hi, Peter Brown. Hi, Olivia, how you doing? I'm playing Grand Theft Auto 3 on your PS4. Lovely, lovely, lovely. 5-second rule, that's exactly. Hi, Jill, it's so good to see you. It is so good to see you. Yeah, for those of you just joining us, as Michael mentioned, we were on the Glamour Days Festival podcast that dropped the episode yesterday. Lots and lots of fun. Yeah, June 19th, 1940s ball. Tune in. And we're making Queen's cake. I'm making a mess of a Queen's cake. Just on the phone. Hopefully you'll get back. Oh, hopefully. Yes, indeed. Okay. So, sift the flour and baking powder mixture into the cream and mix it well. Do I have to sift? Okay, I'll sift. Fine. Okay, so here we are. Now that's interesting. It said, oh no, I was supposed to do the lemon zest first. Whoops. That's fine. We can do that now. Lemon zest. You would think that I would have gotten a new zester that isn't as broken as this one, but that's not the case. This is a lemon off of Little Dove's lemon tree. We've got this fabulous lemon tree in the backyard, and it's right up against her bedroom window, and it's just the funnest thing to come wake her up from naps and open the window to let the light in and just see lemons. Okay. Now, I did have to make a modification on this recipe because it's supposed to have black currants in it, and I don't have black currants. I was not able to find black currants either. But what I did find were dried blueberries. And that's what we're going to go with. And honestly, lemon and blueberry, can't go wrong. I've made so many lemon blueberry things. All right, so let's put, all right, there's the lemon. That's in. Oh, okay. Oh, God. Oh, Lord. Don't mind me. I'm just going to make a mess over here. Sifting. Fabulous. Okay, here we go. Again on low. It smells yummy. We didn't need that flour. Downloaded the podcast that you listen to on your trek to the store. Huzzah! I love listening to podcasts, and back when LA had traffic, that's what I listened to. Oops. Again, oops. Okay, so, whatever. Blueberries. Yeah, I used to listen to them on my commutes, and now my commutes aren't long enough. Or I actually used to listen to them when I was taking Little Dove and her friend Henry on walks, but we don't really go on walks much anymore. And I've gotten so out of touch with all my podcasts. But I do love a good podcast. I thought about hosting my own podcast, but I don't know what I would talk about. Nothing important, that's for sure. Okay. Half of a cup of these blueberries. Now, if you need, just do that. And I'm just going to stir them in by hand. I'm not going to mix it. I don't want to overmix the cake because overmixing can, I think, make it kind of stodgy. And we don't want that. But if your cake gets too thick, you can add a couple tablespoons of milk to it. And I think I'm going to put just a couple tablespoons of milk in there. I'm going to start with a splash. That's probably as much as I need to put it in there. But let's see. It's happy to learn Ella likes one of your favorite radio shows, Radio Lab. Ooh. I'll have to listen to that one. Ooh. Okay. Yeah, that's fine. So there we go. And from this point, there's a really thick batter. From here, we're just going to put them in the muffin tins. The muffin tins? The muffin tins! Okay. Let's come back over this way. Where are you, Facebook? First time you've played it since you've played on a PC. Ooh! Out of curiosity, Kyle says, in your experience, are cordless kitchen appliances a thing? Kind of like how tools have battery system for multiple things? I mean, I'm sure they are, but I've never seen one. Also, I don't know that I would trust it. But I'm sure somebody's thought of it. You'd think. You'd think. This is essentially just a muffin. So we basically just made lemon blueberry muffins, and you know what? I am so okay with that. This is a very thick batter, though. Like, it looks like cookie dough, not cupcake dough. Which makes me wonder if I did this right. Probably not. Probably not. I probably messed it all up, but that's okay. I bet it's going to taste good. Just like my croque en bouche did not go the way it was supposed to go, but it went in my belly at the end of the day. And then a GTA Vice City. I haven't finished GTA Vice City yet. What's the difference between muffins and cupcakes? Breakfast. Time of day. Time of day. Icing, you know. I associate muffins with no icing. Sometimes health, bran, if you put bran in there. Hi, John Wayne. You be safe too, my friend. Thanks for stopping in and spreading some light and positivity. I hope you stay safe, my friend. Sure. I feel like cleaning or such would make things, for some, yeah. It's also just the fact that, like, I do not have a good kitchen, Kyle. I'm in a crappy apartment kitchen, and, like, it's not a well-made kitchen, and my outlets are, like, in really weird places. Like, there's no outlet near the largest workspace of this entire kitchen. It's a bit frustrating, I'll be honest. But, you know, I also just kind of feel like whoever designed this apartment building was like, I'm going to play a game of Tetris, and that's going to be the blueprint for this building. Huzzah! And that's what he did. I'm real concerned at how thick this batter is. Oh, no. Oh, gosh. It's fine. It's fine, you guys. It's just such a mess. What's new? What's keeping you from finishing? Oh, you're talking to Eric about the game. I don't think my husband has played. Lover, what was the last Grand Theft Auto game that you played? 5. 5 was the last one he played. I remember watching him play. Was it 4? Which one came out when we were living in, when we first moved in? So maybe it was 4. I watched him play number 4. Okay. You know what? I'm just going to go ahead and put these in there now. How long do they bake? A specified amount of time? 15 to 20 minutes. All right. Now, this person also said you can add 2 to 3 tablespoons of milk to lighten up the batter. I probably could have done more milk to lighten it up. But she also makes it sound like it's a preference. So we're just going with it because I'm going to sing some songs for you all today. Some of the generative stuff is posted. Oh, no. Quick question. Does anybody know who's responsible for giving us Pride? Or one of why we have a Pride month and parade, why we have them? Anybody at all know the history behind it? Chocolate is your favorite flavor. Vince, I'm with you. I am with you. I'm going to test our pub trivia here. Or how about this? Who's often credited for starting the Stonewall riots, which led the way for Pride? Anybody? Treating learning graphics and okay. So I bet if we hadn't made those 2 big ones, we'd have a full tin of miniature ones, but it's fine. I don't think these miniature ones are going to need as much time to cook. Guys, for the first time, all my dishes are clean. Like I actually cleaned the kitchen before today. It's not just this monstrosity that I'm trying to hide from you. Real quick. Okay, I know that I'm like the queen of making messes, but I will say this. Always do yourself a favor and rinse. As soon as you're done with the dish, just rinse. You don't have to soap and water clean everything, but you just gotta rinse it. Who's ready for some music? No. Just hey. So for those of you that don't know, Martha P. Johnson and Sylvie Riviera, 2 trans women of color. Martha P. Johnson was a Black trans woman. Sylvie was a Latina. It is said that Martha P. Johnson, in Greenwich Village, where the Stonewall Bar is, police had been conducting raids on gay bars, and Martha had had enough, and so she threw a brick, and that started the riots. And now we have Pride. And in 2019, New York City's Mayor Bill de Blasio said that they were going to install a monument to Martha and Sylvia. It is the first monument celebrating and honoring trans women of color. They were also very instrumental in not just throwing the first brick, but they were instrumental in providing a program. It was called STAR. I can't remember what the acronym stands for, but essentially it helped trans youth who had been thrown out of their homes, who were facing homelessness. It took them in, essentially. And they're still a very, very, very marginalized part of our community. A lot of anti-trans bills going around, especially with sports. Whatever you can do to support your community, I urge you to please do that, because love is love. And we the dolls just love. We love everyone. And that's my soapbox for today. So call your senators, call your representatives, and make sure that they are leaving a legacy that is better than the one they stepped into. And that includes equal rights for everyone. Everyone. And now let's get to some music. So we're going to start with Little Queen, because, you know, I love them. There is one chord in here that trips me up every single time. But I only have to play it once in this whole song, so I can deal with it. I wanna break free. I want to break free. I wanna break free from your lies. You're so self-satisfied, I don't need you. I've got to break free. God knows I want to break free. I've fallen in love. I've fallen in love for the first time. And this time I know that it's for real. I've fallen in love, yeah. God knows I've fallen in love. It's strange, but it's true. I can't get over the way you love me like you do. But I have to be sure. This is the weird chord. When I walk out that door, oh, how I want to break free. Oh, how I want to break free. Oh, how I want to break free. Is there more to this song? Yes, there is. But life still goes on. I can't get used to living without you by my side. I don't wanna live alone. Hey, God knows not to make it on my own. Baby, can't you see I've got to break free? Gotta break free. I've got to break free. I wanna break free. Yay! Little Queen. Love that song. I want to break free. I sing that to Little Dove all the time when she's trying to like bust out of her stroller. That's what I do. Yeah, lovely, lovely song. I love the band. This is a superb Queen song, full of emotion. It is, it is, it is. Thank you, Martin. It's lovely. And that last, man, I've heard the song a dozen times, but singing that last verse just now, Gotta Live on My Own. We were just talking about how so many in the community do have to kind of fend for themselves, do have to often choose their families because their biological ones don't choose them, which is awful. Yeah, a little sad. But at the same time, wherever you are, whatever you're facing, whether you are still in the closet or out and proud, pride is for you, and we are here and loving you whenever you're ready. La 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 la. I'm sorry, my brain just went out of my head completely. Let's do some Robin. How about that? How about that? This is a sadder song, little sad still. We're gonna end on a high note, I promise. It's gonna be fun. But I enjoy this song. Very, very, was it on the Sangul? What was that one episode of Black Mirror that wasn't like terrifying? It was like the first episode of Black Mirror where it was just like, oh, this is sweet. I don't want to die after watching this one. What a trip of a show. San something. It got like Emmy nominated. But I want to say this song was featured in it, but I can't remember. However, I always associate this song with RuPaul's Drag Race, RuPaul's All-Stars. First season, I believe it was Raven and Jujubee were up for elimination, and they had to lip sync for their lives, and they lip synced to this song, and neither one of them moved. And it was like, usually when you see a lip sync battle on RuPaul's Drag Race, they are going all out because it's how you convince the judges to keep you on the show. And so it's like lip sync for your life. For your life. And Raven and Jujubee are like best friends, and they had to sing against each other, and they didn't want to send the other person home, but they also didn't want to go home themselves. And it was just like such an emotionally charged moment, and Rue ended up keeping both of them on. She was like, whatever, we're doing a final four, because it was down to the last four girls and they were going into the final three for the final round. She was like, I make the rules, and so I'm breaking the rules. You guys both deserve to be here. And this was the song that they sang, and it was just, oh, it got me. I'm not going to cry when I sing it, but it kind of, like, I cry when I watch that episode, I'll tell you that much. So here we go. Somebody said you've got a new friend. I'm messing this up. Does she love you better than I can? There's a big black sky over my town. I know where you're at, I bet she's around. Yeah, I know it's stupid, I just gotta see for myself. I'm in the corner watching you kiss her. I'm right over here, why can't you see me? Oh, I'm giving it my all, but I'm not the girl you're taking home. I keep dancing on my own. I'm just gonna dance all night. I'm all messed up, so I'm out of line. Stilettos on broken bottles, I'm spinning around in circles. I'm in the corner watching you kiss her. Oh, I'm right over here. Why can't you see me? Oh, I'm giving it my all, but I'm not the girl you're taking home. So I keep dancing on my own. So far away, but still so near. The lights go on, the music dies. But you don't see me standing here. I just came to say goodbye. I'm in the corner watching you kiss her. Oh, I'm giving it my all, but I'm not the girl you're taking home. I keep dancing on my own. I keep dancing on my own. I hope none of you have to dance on your own. And if you do, I hope you enjoy the heck out of it. We're going to give it a couple more minutes. 3 is what we're going to start. Such a fun song. Sad, but fun. I'm in the corner watching you dance. Free bird! One day. Oh, man. Yeah, lovely, lovely song. And yeah, if you ever dance, okay, actually, dancing on my own reminds me of, this is not pride related, this is a personal experience, but one of the podcasts I listened to, Hysteria, they were talking about prom dates and just prom in general. And is it really that big of a deal? Because, you know, growing up in the early, you know, in the 90s and the early aughts, so many teen romantic movies culminated in the prom. One of my friends from acting class was in the prom, and one of our dolls was actually a dancer on the movie The Prom, which was a musical, but Ryan Murphy adapted for the film. Anyway, the host of this podcast was just like, "Oh yeah, what was your prom like?" And I remember my junior prom. My senior prom, I just went with a group of friends because of what happened on my junior prom. I invited a guy who didn't go to my school, and I had asked him a while back. I was like, "Hey, would you want to go with me?" I think I kind of had a crush on him, but it wasn't like super serious. But it was like, "Hey, if something happens, it happens. If not, whatever." I just thought he was a fun person and would be good to go with. He was like, "Yeah, sure, I'll go with you." He comes to my house. I get the boutonniere on him. We go to the prom, and we get there, and the very first thing he says to me is, I was like, "Yeah, I'm ready to dance. I'm ready to go. I'm ready to do it." And he just goes, "Yeah, I don't dance." I was like, "What? You didn't have to be here. It's not like you were just going to be there anyway and we could have gone." What? Excuse me? I was so mad. So mad. So I was like, "Okay." And I sat some of the prom out, and then he danced with somebody else. Literally just started dancing with other people, and I was like, oh, I know what I don't dance is code for. It's code for I don't like you like that, so I hope you don't think things are going that way. Fellas, let me just lay it out. And women, all people who are at all attracted to other people. Just be honest. Just be honest. If you don't really feel like going to prom with someone, don't go to prom with them. Especially if, like, you know they're a ball of energy and love dancing and cutting a rug. Moral of the story, be honest. Don't be that guy. And definitely don't ditch your prom date to dance with somebody else after you've told her that you don't dance. In conclusion, I danced anyway. I danced on my own and I had fun. I know, Christian. Boo, shame, really. Really. Oh, thank you, Brandon. Said I'm such a fun person. Oh, night, Kyle. Have a lovely evening. We're a little bit over. I've got one more song for you. Will you indulge me with one more song? This is a fun one. We're gonna close it out on a high note. If anybody ever watched the show In Living Color, there was a segment with David Allen Greer and Damon Wayans called Men on Film, Men on Things. And this, no, Lola, never. I would never work out my personal issues on a live stream. Just strolling down memory lane. Besides, I've got a prom date perpetually. And he does dance with me. Dances very well. Anyway, this was the theme song to Men on Film or Men at the Beach or Men on Sports. It was hilarious. Just go YouTube it. That's all I'm going to say about it. This is a song by the Weather Girls. Humidity is rising. Barometers getting low. According to our sources, the street's the place to go for the night. Tonight, for the first time, at just about 10:30, for the first time in history, it's gonna start raining men. It's raining men. Hallelujah, it's raining men. Amen. I'm gonna go out and let myself get absolutely soaking wet. It's raining men. Hallelujah, it's raining men. Every specimen, tall, blonde, dark and lean, rough and tough and strong and mean. God bless Mother Nature. She's a single woman too. She took on the heavens. She did what she had to do. She taught every angel to rearrange the sky so that each and every woman could find her perfect guy. It's raining men, yeah. Oh, it's such a fun song. Humidity is rising. Barometers getting low. According to our sources, the street's the place to go for tonight for the first time. At just about 10:30, for the first time in history, it's gonna start raining men. It's raining men. Hallelujah, it's raining men. Amen. I'm gonna go out to run and let myself get absolutely soaking wet. It's raining men. Hallelujah, it's raining men. Every specimen, tall, blonde, dark and lean, for everyone who's in between. God bless Mother Nature. She's a single woman too. She took from the heavens and she did what she had to do. She taught every angel to rearrange the sky so that each and every person could find their perfect guy. It's raining men. Gotta wrap it up because I got you guys past you, but I love y'all. Yay! The video to this song is kind of disturbing. You guys are. I've never seen the video. But I know it from that segment in Living Color. It's just too funny. Yeah, hated it. Yes, that's exactly it. Derek got it. Hated it. 2 snaps and a rewind. You don't have to watch the music video, but I would definitely go find a clip of like men on sports. Or I think it's at the beach or one of the episodes. One of them gets hit in the ball with like a football and it slaps him straight for a second, but then it goes. It's funny. Maybe didn't age the best, but you know, I always got a kick out of it. So, muffins! We made it. I'm gonna check on these guys. I'm gonna poke them. Olivia, who cares what your brownie did you? Exactly, that's right. And it's right. You guys are too much. Lola, did I sneak that one in at the last second? Okay, well, that's all the time we have for today. Next week will be just as crazy and ridiculous. Thanks so much for tuning in. I hope you guys are having a lovely start to your Pride Month. I hope you're taking care of yourselves in whatever way that is for you. And I'll see you here next week. Bye. Oh, yeah, don't forget to check out our podcast on Glamour Days. June 19th is the 1940s ball. You'll get to hear our trio. And, yeah, we love you guys. Okay, for reals now. Bye.